Just today, we received word that Viktor Ivanov, who's the anti-narcotics chief for Russia, was at an event in Argentina in which he called for a new global financial architecture, which would be three-faceted. Number one, a Glass-Steagall separation of commercial from investment banking. Number two, international fixed exchange rate system among sovereign currencies. And number three, long-term credits for high technology infrastructure projects. So it's very clear what the lines of division are in the current global war that you brought up, Rachel.
The other thing to add to this is that this policy that he represented is the Russian government's policy.
Exactly.
It's not presented that way. It's presented as a friendly suggestion to Argentina, which I'm sure that government there appreciates very much. But the point is, it's not necessary to make a treaty agreement sometimes. Sometimes the agreement has to flow simply from principle.
Right.
We share common principles. We state common principles in these terms. This is the way we state it. You may state it in a different way, but we have the same principle. We may do it in a slightly different way. Mm-hmm. But we are going to cooperate. We are going to help each other and protect each other against these kinds of menaces. So we do have an emerging Asia-based movement in the European system, which correlates with us. Now, for example, Japan. Mm-hmm. Japan just relaunched its nuclear business, nuclear fuel fission business. Mm-hmm. All right, that's a step, and that's a very deliberate step on the part of Japan. So you find key countries in Asia, India, implicitly, not declared as such, but implicitly. Right. China, explicit. The idea of a common interest of China and Japan, mm-hmm. The question of the role of Korea, and so forth, these are very important factors. And the Russia part of it is crucial. Mm-hmm. So, well, we have to say that one time we in the United States have a certain commitment. We have to express that commitment. We have to rebuke our own people for being stupid and being corrupt. And if you can't tell your neighbor, stop being stupid, I mean, you're not going to make it this. If you haven't got the guts to say that, you should shut your mouth entirely. But this is our situation. There is a basic, and you take how many people there are in China. Mm-hmm. There's supposedly 1.4 billion people. That's not small. Russia's the largest territory, really, in terms of its influence and so forth, in Asia. So it's a Eurasian thing. Right. India is next to China, and so forth and so on. So this tiny thing of this bunch of British butt kissers, which we have in Europe, mm-hmm. and in the United States. I mean, most Americans are British butt kissers. Yeah, they say that. They say so. It's really bad taste, if you know what I mean. but no, the point is that there is, in the planet, there is a rising movement mm-hmm. centered on Russia, China, India, places like Argentina, and so forth. Right. There is a rising movement which wants the kind of construction. For example, they wanting to eliminate drugs, the drug trafficking. We have it now in Mexico, the issue of a possible anti-drug government in Mexico coming back into existence. Mm-hmm. So these things, this is the way we must think. That is on two levels. One is the explicit commitments. The others are also equally important, the implicit ones. Where do we want to go? Each nation must express where it wants to go. But we must bring in an accord among those nations who share the direction they want to go in. Because it's that strength that enables us to create a planet which is safe for mankind.